you've been watching me since starting this channel, I always do an EPs list every year and list season, but the people with a good memory will always know I tend to do a top 5 because, you know, there's usually about 5 different EPs that I've really liked across the course of the year, and not usually any more than that. But 2020 is a separate case, a unique case, where there's actually been about 10 EPs that I've actually thought were really good in the year of 2020. Which is great because that's even more music I can rave about, more music that I can praise and say is really good, worth your time. So yes, here we go with the top 10 EPs of 2020. Sorry to put down on things, but it's bloody dark and grim outside. Like, it is bloody dark. You wouldn't believe I'm recording this at 10 in the morning and yeah, it looks really friggin' dark in here. But I do apologise, the lighting isn't the best at the moment. Anyway, let's get into the list. Top 10 EPs of the year, starting at number 10, obviously, with Loona and their EP earlier this year, which I really enjoyed. I think this is the best I've ever heard Loona sound. The EP has a hashtag in it, not entirely sure what the name of the EP honestly is. Maybe it is, in fact, hashtag. Call it hashtag. They are, of course, a K-pop group that are massive online. Anytime you go on any internet forum, people are always telling you to stream Loona, stan Loona, listen to Loona. I always thought I don't really want to, but having listened to them, they're actually really fun, and there's no reason why you can't have them up against the Western girl groups at the moment. Not that there are even that many, but Jesus Christ, K-pop is really sweeping the world right now. And I think you are honestly doing yourself a disservice to just kind of go, nah, I don't really like that kind of stuff. It is genuinely fantastically produced pop music. The tracks are incredibly catchy, the singing is great, the harmonies are really on point. It's a shame, honestly, that there aren't more American, British, or Western girl groups that sound as good as this, because I would be, I'd be listening to them a lot more if they did. Loona are definitely a band to look out for in the future, and I feel like they could drop a great album one day, filled with pop bangers, and that's all you really want if you're looking for pop music. At number 9, we have DJ Steinfeld, who is a house producer, a tech house producer, who has just dropped 4 tracks here, and they're all really fun, honestly. It's that blissful, euphoric dance music that he is really good at. He's done it in the past with his albums. Of course, once again on an EP here, it slightly is cleaner in its production. Actually, it's definitely more accessible and I think way more appealing to your average listener, and the tracks sound really great. The progressions on some of the tracks are fantastic. The final track in particular has probably the best instrumental here, and yeah, I'm just a fan of this guy, so of course an EP from him is pretty much guaranteed to make a list like this. At number 8, we have Christine and the Queens with her EP this year, which has some fantastic songs on it. It has the song People I'm Sad, which was probably one of the more well-known tracks from the EP. That one's popped up a few times on songs lists, actually. Best tracks of the year from music publications, People I've Been Sad. I've seen that a few times. Wasn't even the best track for me on there, though, to be honest. I thought the title track, Vita, Nuova, that was the track with Caroline Polachek, still one of my favourites of the year, so don't be surprised to see that in my songs list when that list comes out too. I Disappear in Your Arms, a great track. Honestly, electro pop, dance pop has been thriving in 2020, absolutely thriving. So yeah, if you're a big fan of all of the albums that have come out this year from all of the big names in dance pop music, then Christine and the Queen should be an addition to that list for you, because this is as good as some of those releases. I did review this one relatively recently, SCJ with Do What You Can. A really good EP here, just incredibly well produced. The tracks are energetic as hell, they're fiery, the samples that are laced in are stellar as well. SCJ is a massive talent, honestly. There really is not many artists around right now that I can point to and say that they're bringing to the table what this man is doing, because so many of these tracks just are filled with goodies. Like, just the ideas of the sampling and stuff isn't really found elsewhere. And if it is, please point me in that direction, because I need to hear it. The opening track is a great taster. I keep saying this whenever I bring this EP up though, because it samples Sicko Mode, Travis Scott, Drake, Sway Lee. You know, that track is a great example of what he can do, because the way he twists and manipulates that sample and turns it into what he does, I'm just enamored with. I'm floored by what he can do. Another man I am floored by at number 6, we have Vale-Smith, who dropped one of my favourite albums of this year, and then only about a few weeks ago, we got one of the best EPs of the year too. Jesus Christ, Vale-Smith is killing it. You may remember I reacted to Everlaster, which is a fantastic track, really all over the place and skittery and jittery and really strange the way that it's put together. But every other track is similar to that too. He has a great style. You can tell he's influenced by many other things, but he puts those influences down on the table in a way that, you know, he can reshape things and put it in his own little style and adds his own spin to it. And yeah, Vale-Smith right now, really killing it. He is just such a great talent. So glad. Oh my god, it's light. Did you see the light beam through? Anyway, he's a great talent. He is just fantastic at what he does. Really enjoying what he's doing this year. And it's been a great 2020 for this guy. He's gotten more popular. He's managed to get a slightly bigger fan base. He's grown and put out great music while he's been out too. Great year for this guy. At number 5, we have Shygirl. We got this really strange, grimy and slimy EP from Shygirl this year, which just improves upon everything that I didn't really like about the one from 2019. The beats from this EP vary from the grimy dirtiness to like garage and UK bass and electro bangers that just shows off Shygirl's variety in a really great way, and shows that there's a huge amount of talent here that I think should not be wasted for future releases, because I think in the future an album from Shygirl could be absolutely killer. At number 4, we've got Cakes to Killa with his EP as well. Fantastic EP, really fun hip house bangers. He's been doing this for quite a while now and never really gotten that much recognition for it. In fact, the EP review that I did really did not do well for views. It barely touched 100, which kind of proves that Cakes to Killa is a pretty underrated name. I'm going to use that word, and yeah, I think it's acceptable to use here. Really one of the most overlooked names, I think, in hip hop. He's sassy, he's fun, just really energetic and exciting all the time. He never slows down, and the tracks bang so hard too. It's a great combination of things, and just makes for an easy EP list contender. Because yeah, this was definitely one of the most fun listens I've had in 2020. Not just with albums, but with EPs as well. And number 3, one of the most exciting acts around at the moment, a J-pop, J-rock group called Zootomayo. Every time I do a video on Zutomayo, I think I say their name wrong, but for this time here, I will not be getting it wrong. Zutomayo. The singer here is like no other. She really is just a phenomenal performer. I think everything, every word that leaves her mouth is just sung with this immense amount of passion that is really difficult to find and really difficult to replicate. She really is such a performer. The instrumentals are animated, over the top, lively, and just incredibly fun. It's just an incredibly fun listen. The album from 2019, I slept on initially, but did not make the mistake once I'd heard it to realize it is actually a fantastic album. And this EP is essentially just an extension of that album, so you should definitely listen to the album first, I feel, and then listen to this EP, because we are going to get a second album in 2021, and I think maybe a couple of these tracks will make it onto the album. I'm not entirely sure, but still, Zutomayo, one to look out for. do not be sleeping on these guys because they are definitely one of the best pop rock groups out at the moment. I absolutely adore what they do. At number 2, we have an EP here from an artist I have already named in this video, in this list, but I did not review this EP because I got to it quite late, and it is once again SCJ with Scribbage. Now, I thought Do What You Can was a really good release, and it still is. Obviously, it's on this list, but I think when I heard Scrimmage, I was like, okay, yeah, this is the shit right here. A 13 track, just continuous stream of wow, just wow. Once again, just a manic release that is just energetic and propulsive from start to finish. Really, really gets you hyped the fuck up, and you are blown away by these bizarre inclusions of samples from Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit appears up at one point. There are some other ones that are incredibly recognizable that you will know straight away, and they're just all incorporated in a way that I don't really know how he manages to do it. But even without that, it just bangs from start to finish, and is a great listen, a great fun listen. And yeah, definitely one of the most overlooked names in music right now. And hopefully mentioning him twice in a list video will be enough for people to go, hey, you know what, let's check this guy out. Because you really should. And I think his work is only available on Bandcamp at the moment, so go check out his work there. And I should probably link to that in the description box, because obviously I don't want this to get missed, and I don't want this guy to go overlooked once again. He is fantastic. And here we go with my EP of the year. EP of the year. Something I've already hinted at in one of my reviews already, where I titled it EP of the Year Contender, and it is of course still the EP of the Year contender, because it is in fact the winner. Yes, it's DJ Swisher with Nothing But Net. What a great little listen this is. It combines footwork, juke, drum and bass, just great combinations of styles that really is in the right hands of the right man, because he knows what he's bloody doing here. I have been on this guy's music since the Loz and Swisher days. Great 2016 album, by the way, if you've never heard that one. Fantastic footwork release, and I'm just generally a fan of this genre anyway, so of course what DJ Swisher is doing here is obviously something I'm going to really like. There's some fantastic tracks, especially the title track Nothing But Net. Of course the opening track is a great one too, just really atmospheric tones throughout, while also being incredibly captivating and really great to listen to. There's also the track Crypto, which has a fantastic verse from an artist named Bahamadia. Not entirely sure who she is or where she's from, but she brings in a fantastic feature here while offering this kind of like 90s hip-hop aesthetic to her, kind of giving off Missy Elliott vibes on this one. Just a great track and a great EP all round, man. Honestly, this EP, if you've never heard anything in the footwork genre, it might be a good starting place, but I honestly think you should dig into some footwork before and then treat yourself to this listen to, because it does combine other elements throughout as well, and just shows how bloody talented this guy is. Yeah, DJ Swisher killed it this year, and of course has my EP of the year. So yeah, fantastic crop of EPs all on this list here. Hopefully you listen to all of them. Hopefully you enjoy all of them as well. And let me know your thoughts on any of them in the comments if you've heard them. If you haven't heard them, listen to them and then let me know. That would be great. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. More lists to come, of course. Thank you for watching this video and list. Do have a good day. Share it as well, just to help the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, that would be great. Thank you and goodbye. Have a good day and goodbye.